the contract that has been signed, the royalty belongs to that label. So to avoid him going in protective custody so that they can have easy access to 6ix9ine, they decided to lobby a label, sign a deal with 6ix9ine so that it can lure him to come back to the streets, to come back to music, and he will die in the music industry. But they are not gonna kill him until those 2 albums are released, because they need to recoup their cash, the 10 million plus cash that they will invest in 6ix9ine. And this is how it's gonna go down. Record labels benefit the most as soon as a rapper dies. Alright, what's up YouTube? Welcome to Entertainment Expresso. Yeah man, let's jump straight into it. Somebody please tell me, the label that approached 6ix9ine while he was in custody during his trial, how did that label know that 6ix9ine will come back soon, in time, to still make music and be relevant, while he was on trial facing 47 years? How did they know while he's on trial facing 47 years? You mean to tell me if 6ix9ine would have gotten 47 years in prison, after 47 years they would have still went on with 6ix9ine to do music for that deal? Or they have a plan in place to record him in prison? Yo man, shit is crazy, doesn't add up. In recent days you must have heard that rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine have been sentenced to 2 years imprisonment, and these 2 years include the 13 months that he has spent in custody. So next year November, 6ix9ine will be a free man. In the midst of things, while he was in custody, 3 months ago he struck a deal, a $10 million deal. It came out saying that 6ix9ine struck a $10 million movie deal, which was rectified, and it happens to be it's a 10 million record deal. It's not a movie deal, but it's a record deal with a record label. So this label approached 6ix9ine while he was in custody, while he was on trial, and they cut a deal for him for 2 albums when he get released. Yo, come on man. First of all, we know that the streets don't mess with snitches. They don't mess with snitches. And secondly, how did this label know that 6ix9ine will come out of prison so soon? How did they know that 6ix9ine will be released sooner than the 47 years that he was facing? How did they know that he will get a sentence that is way less than the 47 years that he was facing, and he will come out in position and in condition to continue with his rap career? How did they know that? For me, I see this as a setup. It's either one or two things. If it's not a setup against 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine is a FBI agent going back into the music industry as an agent. One of the two, but I'm leaning more on the plot against 6ix9ine. Why do I think that this is a plot against 6ix9ine? We all know that the streets don't mess with the snitches. We all know how often record labels benefit from dead rappers, from dead artists. So I look at this like this. Let me cut to the chase, man. This is how I view it. It's not proven fact. It's my 2 cents to this situation. It's my opinion. It's my own opinion. You can comment down below and let me in on the situation, man. Tell me what you think about this whole situation. Is this for real? Because it's so not for real. Jump in the comment section and let me in on the situation, man. Do you think that this $10 million deal is legit? Or do you think this is probably a FBI, CIA owned record label that cut a deal for 6ix9ine to come back in the music industry and continue doing what he have done already? Get next to gang members and read them out. He's an agent, or if he's not an agent, he's being set up. Plain, he's being set up. So how did I come to that conclusion? This is what happened. We all know the American streets don't mess with the snitches. So 6ix9ine is a snitch, and it has been publicized everywhere. So as soon as this boy comes out, they are not gonna kill the rat yet. They're gonna put him next to musicians who don't mind messing and doing music with snitches. They gonna let 6ix9ine finish their album before they have to deal with him. And they gonna pin this on the gangs. And this is how they blame the streets on crimes the streets didn't commit. They're gonna have to pin this on the streets. They're gonna blame the streets if it's FBI related. If it's the streets, then that's actually just the streets handling their business. That's just the streets taking care of their business. That's actually just gonna be the streets taking care of what they're supposed to take care of. And on top of that, make money out of the whole situation. And he's gonna make a hit album, which it's worth 10 million with 2 albums. Actually, it's a 2-album deal. And the first album will sell, drop and sell. And probably before the end of 2021, drop the second album. And then as soon as that second album drops, they're gonna have to get rid of 6ix9ine because he's a snitch. And when they get rid of 6ix9ine, they killed him, they put it on the streets. I don't know who's setting him up, whether it's the FBI or the streets have arranged a label to sign 6ix9ine and lure him back in the community, because in that way he will not be exported out of the country for safety reasons, because you know that's how it goes. When you're red, you need to go in protective custody. So to avoid him going in protective custody so that they can have easy access to 6ix9ine, they decided maybe to lobby a label, sign a deal with 6ix9ine so that it can lure him to come back to the streets, to come back to music, and he will die in the music industry. But they are not gonna kill him until those 2 albums are released, because they need to recoup their cash, the 10 million plus cash that they will invest in 6ix9ine. And this is how it's gonna go down. I break it down this way. My 2 cents to this situation is that record labels benefit the most as soon as a rapper dies. We all know that. As soon as a rapper dies, record labels are the first ones to benefit. So now 6ix9ine's gonna do time until next year November, get released, and then he'll be out here in the public, and then he start doing music. He will drop the first album. They're not gonna put hands on him. If it's gang related, if this label is connected to a gang that want to get rid of 6ix9ine, they probably like, yo, let's make money out of this kid and kill him after, and make more money after he's dead. So we need to sign him up, and I guarantee you, the royalty, the contract that has been signed, the royalty belongs to that label. If that's the case in reality, then we know 6ix9ine's finna get gone. 6ix9ine finna get dealt with, because if the royalties are owned by the label, which is the case in most instances, they're gonna have to let 6ix9ine finish the 2 albums, and they're gonna drop the first album, and then they see how well the album will do, and hopefully, and that's what they hope, that's why they made him sign that deal. They will hope that that album will do good enough for him to get back in a good public eye, you know, in favor of the public, you know, people who don't mind him being a snitch, who just like him for his music. So as soon as that album succeeds, he drops the second one, which I believe has to be dropped before the end of 2021, which is 2 years from now. And as soon as he dropped that album, I foresee them killing 6ix9ine. And as soon as they get rid of 6ix9ine, the money will flow, because we know that as soon as a rapper dies, he become a legend, and everything that 6ix9ine have been through is legendary. The kid came in the music industry, made music with, you know, affiliated himself with gang members. At the beginning he was confused whether to which gang to run with, Bloods or Crips. Then the Bloods took him in, and then he made money for these gangs, and then he got arrested, and then he ratted out on these gangs, and then after ratting out on these gangs, did his time. and after doing his time, came back in the music business, make a few hits. That's now the next album that he's gonna do after he come out, make a few hits. And then after he did that, the second album of this $10 million deal drops, and then he get killed. And now that legendary history of 6ix9ine will lead people to tap into his music after his death, and that's what's gonna make this label rich. 6ix9ine is gonna get killed after the 2 albums has been completed. So this is what I see. Yo man, this is just my critical thinking behind the whole situation, because it doesn't make sense. I mean, like, we know how gangster it is out there, man. These streets don't play with snitches, man. And now they want to bring this young kid out here and give him a record deal and put him on stage in front of millions of people while he owes the streets, while he's indebted to the streets by snitching on these gangsters that he ratted out on. We know where Tekashi stands with the streets. Why would he agree this deal? It's either he is an FBI agent coming back into the music industry to continue with the operation, or this is a gang-related record label setting him up to make money out of him and get rid of him after. So yeah man, it's tough. Alright man, jump in the comment section man, like and subscribe man, hit that notification bell man. Entertainment Expresso man, alright, we out.